has been taken for tonight's match.
This is one of my favorite venues. Get the right fight, you got a night of fun.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. That right hook won't score. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Back and forth they go. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on. I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. We've never seen a true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
And he scores with the counter. Nice job getting that punch through. Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Nice counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? How about that time counter shot? They both want a knockout, you can tell. Pensacola's finest is down. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. One, two, three, four, five. And you continue.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Feel good. Just keep them on the
basics, get your rhythm back, then we go again.
And there's the bell to start round two. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. I give counter puncher to the people that make the history of our sport.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Good defense there to stop that hook. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Tried to score with a jab. Missing with the hook. Well done with that counter shot. These counter punches have to hurt. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Nice job blocking the hook. There's a counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it.
You're much better than this.
There's the bell to start round 3. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Punch himself out, though. Beautiful counter shot. All right, hook misses. That counter punch caught him clean. Only catching air with that hook. Seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Catch and shoot. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Nice counter shot. He misses with that jab. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes,
Get focused. Get your mind
back at it in round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
What you've got to do, Todd, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Nice counter. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Swing and a miss with the hook. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think of, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little favourite, a pickpocket them.
Nope, that hook won't score. Good counter punch. That hook was off target. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fire, refight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Beautiful counter punch. And this with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. He threw up a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot get...
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Nothing like a little taunting to get your opponent riled up. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
The straight right just misses. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Missing with that right hook. His stamina is off the charts. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
It's when you talk about
On to the sixth round. How much is left in their tank after last round?
exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Punch, counter punch. That big hook doesn't land. Incredible work rate. That punch scores. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch perfect. That must hurt.
Send man over the ropes. Man try come for the bell, but I punched you never saw ended all of your hopes. Now all of your bros are stood on the sideline, head in the hand, your joke of the show. But they keep those hands up, swing for their fences. Or you're going no poorly for sure. How much do you want to be the champ? How much do you want to please the fans? How much do you want to be the king? And how much do you want to feed your camp? How much do you want to see people chant? Swing like you got a thing to lose. It's the ESBC, beat them neatly. Titles never ever in dispute. Ding ding, step in the ring, I'll swing left, right, man's head get ping. Can't try a ting, no about ping. We bring men right, somebody shall swing. Ding ding, step in the ring, I'll swing left.